What's going on, everybody? This is Bio here, and you have to forgive me here because I'm a tiny bit under the weather, so my voice might sound a little strange, or a little different, or just go all crazy like I'm stealing the puberty. But so I am sorry for that. Anyways, I want to ask you guys if you guys are looking forward to Modern Warfare 3, because the last few videos I've been talking about, or at least the last few videos I mentioned Call of Duty, kind of been talking about this idea, a lot of people ripping on COD, and a lot of people ripping into Modern Warfare 3 before they played it, before they've even experienced it. So I wanted to kind of take it back here, just step it down a notch, and just see if you are actually looking forward to the game, and what about it are you looking forward to? Because I know for me personally, if Modern Warfare 3, if all they did for Modern Warfare 3 was take Modern Warfare 2 and polish it, tune it up, tweak it, and fix all the bullshit from Modern Warfare 2, I think it would be an amazing game. That's me personally. That's a very subjective thing. Everyone's got their own opinions on that, but if that's all they did, that would be an amazing game. Yes, it wouldn't be a huge move forward per se, because the game, it still looks like Modern Warfare 2, but it's just big deal. It's every game looks the same as its predecessor, so otherwise it would kind of cease to be that game. I always see comments that make me laugh, like, what the hell are you people expecting, like aliens and plasma guns and something, or they're gonna turn in this to Star Wars or something like that? Those comments always crack me up. But if that's all they did was tweak it, make it better, get rid of all the bull crap from Modern Warfare 2, I think it would be a great game, and I would play the crap out of that game, and I would enjoy it very much. I was playing Modern Warfare 2. This is one of those, crap experiences that you talk about for Modern Warfare 2, the highs and the lows. This is definitely one of the lows. But I was playing a game Modern Warfare 2 a few days ago, and I don't remember the map, or I can't think of the name off the top of my head. But anyways, it was a ground war game, and right off the spawn, the entire other team used noob tubes. And when people say phrases like that, oh yeah, like the entire team used noob tubes, yeah, right, no. This is ground war, and probably 7 to 8 of the 9 players, if there was 9, I don't even know if it was a full party, used noob tubes right off the bat. So right off the beginning of the game, all I hear is boom, 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 boom. It sounded like a bunch of mortars being launched, like we're under an artillery strike or something like that. I look up at the sky, man, and I kid you, I shit you not, this is like some 300 shit. Their grenades like blotted out the sun. Their grenades will blot out the sun. It was freaking epic at one point. I was like, wow, that's kind of, on one end that's kind of awesome, but then on the other end, once they actually started hitting the ground and just blowing crap up everywhere, it was pretty terrible. I mean, while it is kind of awesome and kind of funny that another team could communicate that and start that off in the beginning, it kind of sucks when you're on the receiving end and everything's blowing up around you and you can't even capture your first point because half of them launched their grenades there. So yeah, they must have communicated that beforehand, because probably, yeah, about 7 or 8 of them right off the bat of a ground war game just launched their noob tubes, and it was a domination game, so we couldn't even capture our first point. So they captured their first 2 points very quickly, and we just we had a hell of a time trying to get even 1 point. So it was pretty funny, but that shouldn't be able to happen, I think. Except for unless it's like a specific playlist or something like noob tubes only. But yeah, I have seen a lot of the updates there, toning down the noob tubes. They're taking out danger close, one-man army, commando. They're taking out a lot of the crap that the people in the community have wanted to see removed for a very long time. So they're finally listening. They're finally listening. That's one bad thing, and I don't mean to rip on Infinity Ward, but that's one bad thing that Infinity Ward has not been up to par on, is like their community involvement, patching the game. I mean, Black Ops has seen like what, 9, 10 patches since it's been out, and so it's definitely been a continuous experience. Moving forward, trying to make it better and better. Whereas Infinity Ward takes a year to patch a single glitch when it comes to like the rock glitch on fuel. I mean, you got to listen to your community a little bit better than that if you want some more involvement over time. And like I said, I don't mean to rip on them. They made a great game right off the bat. Right out of the gate, it was a great game. But you gotta keep with it. So definitely Treyarch one up them there. Probably 2 up them at least. Definitely got 2 lives over Go Mario. But but yes, like I said, if that's all they did from Modern Warfare 3 to Modern Warfare 2 was improve it, tweak things up, tone up the graphics just a little bit, keep that steady 60 frames per second. Then that's all they need to do. Because a lot of people want to see huge changes from game to game, and I don't necessarily understand that idea, because it's Call of Duty. You know what to expect from it, and I think that's what keeps people coming back to it. Because it's gonna be lone wolf style gameplay, very very fast, easy to get into. And that's one thing about Call of Duty. It's very easy to get into. You don't need to have a buttload of buddies online at the time to jump into it, being like a squad or something like that. I mean, yes, of course, it improves the experience. It makes it more fun when you guys have people to shoot the shit with, or just work as a team or whatever it is, for whatever reason you play with other people. It sounds kind of kinky. Ooh, I love to play with other people all the time. Oh yeah. But I mean, it's nice just to jump in. You know, the loading screens are pretty fast for Modern Warfare 2. I mean, by the time you start up to your Xbox to the time you're in a game, it could be less than a minute if you've installed everything, because then the loading bars just just zoom on by. So I think that's what people like about it. You know, Lone Wolf style, just do what you want, and that's one thing I wish they changed just a tiny little bit. I mean, they worked on it a little bit in Modern Warfare 3, is this idea of more team-oriented gameplay with like how they're setting up classes, where you can have like a support class where you get more points for doing objective-based things, but they need to do a little bit more, because I think their assault class is still completely based on kills. So I don't need to see like this huge transition to force you to play as a team, but incentivizing it just a tiny bit more would be kind of nice. But they are starting to move in that direction a little bit. But so we'll have to see. We'll have to see what happens. But that's it for this video, guys. Thanks for watching, and I will catch you later.